Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's here, myWW Plus has launched and I'm here to tell you all the new key points, everything about it, so you guys are more informed in what this new massive update to the app means. You may have opened your app this morning and you're thinking, oh my god, myWW Plus, what is this? There's a new quiz, there are new questions, there are new tools, I'm confused, what do I do? So what I thought I would do today is sit down and give you guys the key points to the changes, what they mean, and how you guys can go on to have a very successful, happy and realistic WW Plus journey. So, you guys a bit of context, a bit of background if you're new here. Hello, my name is Natasha. I'm not only a WW member, but I'm also an official WW UK ambassador, which means all the information you're getting in this video is directly from the source, it's reliable, correct and accurate and up to date. So I hope that helps you. There's no hearsay going on here, there's no rumours. Everything I'm about to tell you is official from the WW source I have had access to. I lost over 4 stone with WW. I'm currently on my 2nd year of maintenance and I would definitely say I've had a very successful weight loss. Not only when it comes to my size, my weight, but also my mindset, my relationship with food, my portion control, everything like that has been so well addressed and it's been amazing if I'm honest. You guys know how many videos I've done in the past. I've done full updates, full WW My Story journey, so do check out the description box. I will post loads of useful videos if you wanted to know more about my journey, and I also do regular what I eat in a days that are based on WW, so you guys can follow those. You may have opened your app this morning and you're seeing this massive update, loads of new tools, loads of new features, and you're not quite sure where to begin. So myWW has now launched. It's called myWW Plus and it is a new holistic approach to the myWW program, and it not only takes into consideration your food choices but also your well-being, your activity, your sleep, your mindset. Everything is kind of brought together to look at you as a person, to look at your individual goals, your individual whys, and customize a plan that not only works for you in regards to your food, but also your lifestyle, your activity, your sleep, and your mindfulness. Let's go through the changes, the reasons why. So WW, after everything that have happened this year, they wanted to create something that would not only enable people to lose weight, but lose it in a very happy, realistic and safe way. They wanted to innovate, they wanted to problem solve, they wanted to support, they wanted to simplify everything to give everyone the best chance to live the most fulfilling and happy life whilst also losing weight if that is something that is important to you. So it encompasses everything, it takes into consideration everything, and the brand's vision: inspire healthy habits for real people, for real lives, for families, for communities, for everybody. This really is an all-inclusive program that anybody can get on board with, no matter what your lifestyle is. If you're just looking to be healthy like myself, you're not actually looking for weight loss, it's still a fantastic program to have because it enables you to live that lifestyle in a more mindful way and make sure that the things that are important to you, whether it be activity, sleep, mindfulness, food, are all addressed and at one. And I think when everything is at one and working together, it's so important because I've always said this in my videos, what you put on your plate is equally as important as to where your mind is at, where your sleep is at, where your activity is at. It all plays a part in a healthier you, which really does make it the most holistic plan of its kind ever. The new plan takes into consideration you as a whole, so it takes everything in your life into consideration, which is why you'll do the quiz, the new questionnaire. It asks you questions about what's important to you. It asks you questions about your goals, your lifestyle, your habits. I'm actually going to do mine on the screen and show you guys the exact answers I chose, what's important to me, so you guys can see what it actually looks like, and I'll do a speech overlay on there as well. When you open your app, you will be taking the assessment and it will say hello, it will ask you to confirm everything, and it says let's get to know each other, and it'll ask you questions like how do you generally feel. I wasn't really sure how to answer this because I can be quite up and down, but it really does get to grips with who you are and what you're going through. It asks you questions like what your home life is like, what your family life is like, what your situation is. I could relate to a few of these, so I went for the parent one, but I could have gone for the carer option as well, but I went with the parenting option because it felt more appropriate for me. Then it'll ask me about my schedule, if I want to lose weight. For me, it was to have more confidence. When I first started, I had to go back to my video to see my why, but that is what I chose. And of course, to be healthier at the moment is my main key, so I chose that for now. And it also asks you how you feel about your weight loss goals in general, And then gives you a bit of a pep talk and tells you that you're in the right place. And then it wants to ask you a few questions about your food intake. So it asks you how you feel your relationship with food is at the moment. I would definitely say mine is pretty good, but obviously when I started it was quite different. It will ask you of things like portion control, how your fridge is stocked, what your shopping habits are like. It also asks about your snacking habits, if you have a lot of crisps, sweets, chocolate in the house. For me, it was kind of varied. I would say it's definitely sometimes. It asks you what's likely to steer you off track. For me, tiredness is definitely a thing. And again, it's customizing everything. It's getting to grips with all of those elements about you and customizing a plan. And then it will talk about fitness and activity. As you guys know, I've started running, which is up to 3 times a week. And I also do yoga in between and other workouts. So it asks you about your activity. I said some days I do activities. I also do yoga, I do running. So again, it asks specifics about the kind of working out that I'm doing, how often I'm doing it, how frequent that is. And again, once that information was curated, it gave me an accurate where I was at in regards to what they felt would be appropriate for me going forward. And again, it's all about getting that customization, getting that inbuilt tips for me. But the main thing I was interested in, and this is something that's so new to me and something I struggle with, was the sleep. So as you can see, my sleep is not great, 4 to 7 hours. I would say not usually in regards to being a good sleeper. My biggest issue is things on my mind, not being able to switch off. Again, it's getting all of these results together. And then customizing something for me that will help, and it's going to give me personalized sleeping tips. But again, getting all this information about my sleep is going to get them to help me going forward to make me a more healthier me. And again, it gives me that reassurance, which is nice. I'm not alone. I'm sure a lot of people do struggle with it. And then again, little tips and tricks about wellness, about making sure that everything is right for me. And again, checking how I'm feeling, what's going through my mind. This is great for me as well because it encourages me to sit and be mindful. It encourages me to think about my day, what I'm going through at that moment, what I'm going through at that time. This is one of the questions I had to really think about. What best describes me when it comes to wellness? I wasn't sure. The one that I could relate to the most was focus, which is what I chose. At the end of the day, this is something I didn't need to think about. I focus on the negatives. That's just me as a person. I can't help it sometimes. But all of these questions, again, it made me accountable. It made me have to sit and take a mindful moment to think about my day. And again, that positive reinforcement, letting me know I'm not alone whilst curating my results. So as you can see, not too bad. This is because I'm on maintenance. I guess some people's will look quite different. But again, it's saying I have a strong nutrition. I already knew that my working out, my activity was also strong, and my sleep needed improvement. So that is what you guys can come to expect with the questionnaire. And this takes it to the next level because we're not just talking food, we're talking sleep, we're talking activity, we're talking mindset. So many different things that play such a key part in anybody's fitness journey, anyone's weight loss journey, anyone's mindfulness journey. Like all of these factors are taken into consideration to give you a more accurate picture of the person, and I think that will really aid success. So the whole app has been completely updated to give you tools that we've never had access to before on WW. What is new on the food section of the app? So what's in my fridge? The what's in my fridge is actually one of my personal favorites because I think it's a fantastic thing all round. Especially at the time we're in at the moment, it's not the easiest to get to the shops. It's not easy to have the income to just go out and buy food every single day. You want to minimize waste. You want to make sure that whatever you have in your cupboards, in your fridge, you're consuming, especially at the moment. So the What in My Fridge app gives you access to recipes on WW that you can combine the ingredients that you have in your fridge to get a WW based meal, which I think is incredible. The meal prep side of things, the filters, the sorting, everything like that has been completely updated. You can filter recipes on the time that you have to dedicate in your kitchen. It's just, again, it gives you so much at your fingertips to enable you for that success, to enable you to incorporate this into your lifestyle really neatly. So those are the big food changes that I've seen that I think are fantastic. And again, the what's in my fridge and the recipes are such a handy thing for me. They always have been when it comes to the recipes. You guys know how much I love them, how much I've used them. The fact that we now have the what's in my fridge side of things just means that we're going to minimize any waste, and it makes you less likely to opt for that takeaway menu because you know that you can make use of the ingredients that you already have in your cupboard, which is amazing. So the next thing we're going to look at is mindset. We've always had access to the headspace side of things. They've always kind of showed that meditation side of things, they're being mindful, but they've really taken it to the next level because what we've learned is that success is as much driven by the mind as what you're putting into your body. So it's as much as what's going on in here as what's going on in here. So whatever you put on your plate is just as important as where your mind, where your headspace is at. Now you can listen to bite-sized 5-minute chunks of coaching, which is fantastic. You can really slot this in neatly to your day, whether you need encouragement, whether you need help sleeping, whether you need help to be mindful or find some zen throughout the day. There are these bite-sized coaching sections of the app where you can just sit and listen, be mindful, be conscious of your choices. And again, it really helps you to bring back that focus to your why, to bring that focus back to you and why you're doing this and what you hope to get out of it. And also to take that time. I feel like right now it's really difficult to find time for yourself and find time to be mindful, and this encourages you to do that and have a healthy headspace. So that is really important. And then we have the activity side of things. So we've always had activity points, we've always had ways to track our fitness, to track our goals and that kind of thing. There is a new activity dashboard which shows a clearer picture of your success, your goals, changes, anything that went well last week that you can perhaps implement this week and vice versa. So it's a really fantastic way to become more informed about your activity, your choices, and how they're impacting on your results, which I think is really important and what everyone wants. We also have access to the new Fit On, which is nice little exercise routines that you can fit in throughout your day to be active, and also the Active, which again is something that we've never had access to before. And these can be really small bite-sized workouts, again, just to keep us moving, to keep us active, to get those activity points tracked, which is incredible. So that has had a complete revamp. The whole dashboard has changed, so make sure you do check that side out of things, especially if you do want to increase your fitness, you want to increase your activity levels. And then the other section, which is one that I'm going to pay particular attention to, because you guys will know with my anxiety, sleep is a bit of a struggle for me. We now have the sleep side of things. So sleep relates to weight so much more than I can tell you. When I've had a good night's sleep, my food choices are completely different to when I haven't. And I think all of this research has been done. We need to become more aware of our food choices when our sleep has been good and when our sleep has been bad. And this section of the app allows us to track things. It allows us to establish patterns. It allows us to see how our sleep is impacting our choices and also impacting what we eat and how we feel and where our mindset is at. So everything comes full circle. Everything is taken into consideration. And again, once we get more informed of these things, our journeys will become a lot easier, because it becomes then an all-encompassing lifestyle plan. It's not just about food. It's not just about working out. It's about everything as a whole that all comes together. So we do have the sleep tracking, which is amazing for establishing patterns. This is all science-based. It's all strategic research that has been done to really zero into the mind as to what's going on. Those are the main things that have changed on WW. We have the food section that's changed, the activity section which has changed, the sleep, the mindfulness. There are so many new umbrellas and new branches to this that are just going to make it, again, the most innovative plan of its kind that we've ever seen before. Not just taking into consideration our weight, our numbers, and our food choices. I think it's really easy to just get lost in the fact that it's a diet, it's a restriction, but actually on WW it really isn't. Especially if you're a regular viewer of mine, you'll know how much I eat and how realistically I eat. I still have takeaways, I still have McDonald's, I still have ice cream, I still have baked goods. I have everything just in moderation, and I think that's the key, just to know that when you nail all these different areas of your life, the sleep, the mindfulness, the food, it all, again, it really does come together. So this app is just going to help everybody to get more in tune with their body, more in tune with their mind, and then go on to have a successful journey. And I think that's fantastic. If you guys have any questions that you haven't answered, or any questions in regards to the WW app that you're a bit unsure about, pop them in the comments down below. If you have anything to add, if you have any areas that I've not gone over that you think have been really useful and are new, pop them again in the comments box down below. I would love to hear from you. But thank you so much for watching. I'll update you guys in a couple of months' time as to how I'm getting on with it, how I found it. And I hope you found this useful. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!